Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to be introducing you all to HTML. So what we'll be basically talking about in this video are the software and tools we're using in the course of this tutorial or in the course of this course, as well as the basic structure of a HTML file or a web page. Alright, let's get started. So let's talk about the tools and software we'll be using in the course of this tutorial. So for in the course of learning HTML, we will need a lot of software or tools, but for now the only tools we'll be needing are just a web browser and a code editor. So there are a bunch of web browsers to choose from or to use. In this course we'll be using the Edge web browser, and there are a bunch of other code editors, but in this course we're using the Visual Studio Code editor. If you don't have the Visual Studio Code editor installed in your system, simply go to a web browser and then type in the name of the software, which is Visual Studio Code editor, and then search for it. So you should see the Visual Studio Code editor results. You should see it displayed. Then go ahead to install this software or the code editor in your system. Having installed it, we're going to use the Visual Studio Code editor to open a folder and then carry out some operations inside the folder. So this is a folder which I have created on my system, and the name of this folder is introduction. So now I'm going to open this folder using Visual Studio Code. So I'm going to click on open with code. So it opens this folder for me, and as you can see, the name of the folder is being displayed in my system on the VS Code editor. So it's also displayed here as well. So whatever files or folders you happen to create inside the introduction folder is going to be displayed in this tab over here. So now we have our tools up and running. I'm going to be talking about the basic structure of a HTML file or of a web page. So to do that, I'm going to create a HTML file over here, and I'm going to name it index.html. When creating a HTML file, always ensure you name the file with the extension .html. This extension helps the web browser to know that a certain file is a HTML file. So having done that, I'm going to open this file, and then I'm going to write some text inside this file. So ensure that you save this file whenever you make changes inside of the file, and then I'm going to copy the part of this file, and then with the aid of the part of the file, I'm going to render the file in the browser, and I'll do that by simply pasting the part of the file inside of the address bar of the web browser, and then I'll hit enter. It displays to us the output of the HTML file we created in the Visual Studio Code editor. So as you can see, this is the output of the file which we created in our Visual Studio Code editor. So I'm now going to inspect this rendered page by simply right clicking on the web page and then clicking on the inspect option. Once that is done, you're going to see a new tab popping up on the web browser. So this tab you see here is simply meant for web developers, and this tab is where the web developers or the programmers come to debug or come to tackle issues or errors that are affecting their programs or their codes. Ensure that you are in the elements tab. There are a bunch of other elements. There are a bunch of other tabs here. We have the console tab, the network tab, but ensure that you are inside this elements tab. So if you are inside this element tab, you're going to see these codes over here, which include text and angle braces or angled brackets. So I'm going to copy this element. I'm going to explain what an element is eventually, so just follow on with me. So now this is copy, so I'm going to click on copy elements. Having copied that, I'll go back to my code editor, and I'm going to paste the copy text inside of this code editor. So I'm going to arrange this element accordingly. Now that is done, you don't need to arrange this element or the text in this manner. It would still render the same way on the web browser. I just did it so that I can better explain and you can better understand what I'm going to explain about the basic structure of a web page. So having done that, let's better understand what an element is before I go ahead to talk about the basic structure of a HTML file or of the web page. So now an element is such that it consists of an opening tag, which is what you're seeing here, and a closing tag, and then with enclosing with content within that element. So a tag itself consists of an opening tag itself consists of the name of the tag, in this case HTML, enclosed with angled brackets. You understand? So this is an opening tag, and then this is a closing tag. The only distinction between a closing tag and an opening tag is that a closing tag has this forward slash within it. So this is an opening tag, and this is a closing tag. So the text within that tag is known as the name of the tag. You understand? So now this is a body tag, and then this is the opening tag, and then this is the closing tag, and then this is the name of the tag. So the combination of the opening tag and the closing tag with the elements within the tags is known as the element or an element. So this is a HTML element. You understand? Because the HTML element consists of the opening tag and its closing tag with the element which is contained within it. So like I said, this is the HTML element, and then this is also an element which is known as the body element, because it consists of content within the element, as well as the tags that enclose the elements. So that's that for the body tag, and this also happens to be an element, and this is called the head element. But this head element does not contain any content. That means it's not compulsory for an element to always have content within it. I'm now going to explain to you the basic structure of a HTML file or a web page. Now, a HTML file consists of first a HTML element, enclosing first the head element and the body element. So this body element must always come second after the head element. It should not come before the head element. What I mean is that you can't have it here. It must always be underneath the head element. So, and this body element, whatever is inserted inside the body element is what will be rendered or is what will be shown in your web browser. So whatever text goes into here, so whatever text goes inside here or goes into or within the body element is going to be displayed in the web browser. So if I render this web browser, the text that we are inside the body elements, as you can see, will be displayed here. So if I go ahead to insert more elements or more text inside of the body element, so if I go ahead to insert more text, it's going to be shown in the web browser. So that's what you need to know about the body elements. I'm going to refresh this. Back to our code editor. So that's all you need to know about the basic structure of a HTML file. So I'm going to repeat. A HTML file is such that it always consists of first a HTML element, enclosing first the head element and the body element. And you should know that whatever you find inside the body element will always be rendered inside or will always be rendered by the web browser. So whatever changes, like I said, you make inside here, if you save it, it's going to be displayed on or in the web browser. So that's all I need to tell you about the basic structure of a web page for now. This is all you need to know. Though there's still more to the basic structure of the HTML file, but for now this is all you need to know. Subsequently, I'm going to tell you more of the things that should be present in of the other things that should be present in the HTML file. But for now, just know and understand this. So something I need to say. In the course of before I wrote all of these elements here, I had just a text written here. I wrote a bunch of text here. So, and then when I saved it and then I rendered it on the browser, it's refreshing the browser. It showed me a bunch of text. So the fact that yes, this works doesn't mean you should do that, because it's not recommended. You understand? The basic structure of HTML file consists of first the HTML elements, the head by enclosing the head element followed by the body elements. Like I said, this will work, yes, but it's not recommended that you do things like this. Because if you do things like this, the browser is going to automatically render your web page this way. It's going to automatically create these tags and then insert your text, which is this text, inside of the body tag, and then it's going to be displayed here. So also, the fact it works, the fact that the browser automatically does all this for you, doesn't mean you should do this. It's not recommended. This kind of code or this kind of text in this format is not allowed or is not recommended to be in a HTML file. Always ensure you follow this structure whenever you want to write a HTML file. So that's all I need to say in this video, and this brings us to the end of this video. In case you don't understand something in what I have taught in this video, ensure that you leave your concerns in the comment section. And if you learned something from this video, ensure you leave a like and you subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to be dropping subsequent videos about web development in this channel. Thanks for watching and do have a nice day.